Welcome to Creative Brews. I'm Kristen, and this is your weekly dose of creativity, where photography, design, and life come together. So, grab your favorite drink, and let's talk about what's brewing. Hello, and welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I'm just going to go ahead and get right on into it. Of course, I've got my coffee and my new little mug. I got this mug for Christmas from my lovely fiance. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. Like I said, I'm not planning for this to be super long, so yes. If you can tell by the title, which I'm not really too sure what I'll be naming this episode, but we are going to be starting... I'm thinking it's probably going to be a new mini-series, which is fantastic. So again, like I've said before, I think I've said it in a previous episode, you will probably see quite a few little mini-series here and there, but this time, they're probably just going to be sprinkled out throughout the season. However, I don't know how exactly I want to do this one. I'm calling it Align Design Wisdom. And this one, I am going to be doing some episodes on. Basically, what it will entail is a more intentional and clarity-driven talks about business. So branding, business, my business in particular, I guess you could say just some different things, some different topics to talk about. I know that there was quite a bit of inquiry about business and topics around business in general anyway. So I'm here, I hear you, and we are going to kick it off pretty early with Align Design Wisdom. So I'm sure you all are still kind of wondering, okay, well, what does Align Design Wisdom even mean? And if you're not following me on Instagram, you totally should, because Instagram saw this first. I'll just be that annoying person and say that. So I uploaded today, earlier this morning. It was super early in the morning. I was trying to get ahead and stuff like that, and some days you're able to, and other days you're not, right? Like I stated in my Instagram post, I will be sharing reflections. I said branding, but I meant to say business, creativity, and I believe alignment is what I said. I'm trying to remember everything that I said. I did a lot. It's 12:30 now, so I've done a lot today. Just trying to, keep the ball rolling and trying to think of some new ways to kind of bridge the gap, per se, between YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. That's really all the places that I upload to. Yes, on Instagram, it shares a lot of my posts onto threads. So any kind of workflows that I can do that are automated, I try and set it up as much as possible, because obviously the less work, doesn't mean it's always best, but when you're busy, you're a busy mom, you're trying to build your business and all the things, as much help as you can get, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Anyway, so that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing, it's not so much stories that I have, since I'm still pretty new in this whole business thing. But last year, I definitely struggled with not talking about things too much, or feeling like, oh, well, I'm going to, get on people's nerves if I talk about my book too much, or if I talk about my business too much. And honestly, you shouldn't think like that. That's kind of getting into some people-pleasing tendencies and stuff like that. Like, if others were in your shoes, and if you were a successful business owner, author, whatever it is, people would not be quiet about it. So if the tables were turned, that person that's saying, oh, well, bashing you, basically, it says more about them than it does for you. So this is my way of kind of incorporating and what's the word? I guess incorporating my business and kind of just talking about, I sat down and wrote down a few topics, like branding, stuff like that, like how to know if your branding is out of alignment, how to know if your business is out of alignment, or how to know if your business is in alignment, and all the things. So the list goes on. Like, I'm constantly like, oh, I should add this to the list. Which, I have all these ideas. It's kind of intimidating. Like, I'm kind of intimidating myself, just because I'm trying to do quite a bit of different things all at once. And some things I'll talk about, other things I probably won't. So yeah, I think this is pretty exciting. I think that's really the only word that I have for it. I think it's very exciting, and I'm very excited to talk about, some business topics, but also have the other topics for my podcast that I already have planned and already started filming and doing and stuff like that. So this is not to replace topics that I want to do. This is to add to. And the reason why it intimidates me, the reason why I intimidate myself, is because I'm already doing so much, and I have learned that you cannot, I don't care who you are, you cannot have a lot on your plate and still try to build your business and stuff like that. Building a business is not easy. I know, social media makes it look easy, because like I've said in season 1 in a previous episode, you're seeing what was built. You know what I mean? So those viral videos, or those, I don't know, you're looking at someone's highlight reel that is an ongoing reel, So whether that be on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever, Facebook, you're seeing the consistency of someone. And I believe that's where I'm probably gonna end this. So yes, I'm very excited to talk about, like I said, talk about all the topics that I have planned. Again, it's called Aligned Design Wisdom. And what you'll notice is there's going to be some topics done in long form, so on my podcast. And I'm going to try to attempt to do some short form content, so that way it kind of, bridges the gap between YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes, because I know whenever I start talking about a topic, I get pretty long-winded, especially if it excites me and stuff like that. And a lot of the podcast episodes excite me, so I talk and talk and talk and talk. And just so you know, this mini-series, again, I'm not exactly too sure if it's going to be a mini-series like back-to-back or sprinkled in. I'll probably just sprinkle it in, is what I'm thinking. But I want this series and Aligned Design Wisdom to serve as a reminder that your brand, your business, I guess your business period, doesn't need to be louder. It just needs to be aligned. And once you know that your business is aligned and it's coming from a place of this feels right, everything changes. As all I've been doing lately is just what feels right, and it has not led me astray yet. So yes, again, I'm excited. I had to pop back in and kind of add this tidbit in. I know this is pretty short, which is kind of crazy, but let the mini-series begin, right? So, yes, I'll see you all on the flip side. But anyways, with all that being said, I hope you all are excited. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. And again, if you're not following me on all my little socials, you definitely should, because I offer different things for the different platforms. So, again, I will leave all the links below. If you haven't bought my book, you definitely should. It is what you didn't know you needed. That's how I'm going to put it. So, with all that being said, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!